Hello and welcome to World of Warcraft. Today I will be playing with this character, Btw. I've decided to make him beforehand, and he is a level 1 troll mage. This is my favorite game that I've ever played, so I decided to record going from the start. So pretty much how WoW works is, after you have watched the cinematic, you spawn in. I've decided to pick a troll, which means just over there, if we kept on walking, we'd get to the Horde main city, which is Orgrimmar, an orc place. You start off accepting a quest and running over to the training grounds, where you can test out your newfound character. After walking to your trainer, you give in the quest and begin training. You pretty much just use your spells. Frostbolt is my number 1, so I just have to press the number 1 on my keyboard and it will shoot a Frostbolt. You just have to target the targets and get used to how the game is played. Kamehamehaing all of your frozen bolts into the tiki targets. Once you're done with that, again, you turn in the quest. And this time you have to go out and find cats scattered around the island. And by now you've most likely unlocked your second spell. So this one is kind of a burst, so you can use it just after your main spell, which most likely takes a while to cast. These cats aren't hard enemies to fight, although it does show you the mechanic of them jumping at you instead of you just shooting them and them standing still. You tend to get quite low on health if you're a mage like me, especially when you're fighting something which can pounce at you. But if you stand far enough away and maybe get a crit or two, it's an easy task to get 6 pelts. When you're done with your last cat, you're most likely quite low, so running over is just a chance to heal. And when you're finally done, you turn it in for some nice experience, which will level you up to level 3. Now it's a quest where you have to follow the NPC. Then you go over to this Darkspear jailer and say that you're ready to face the challenge. After walking over to your trainer for, I believe, the last time, you get a tunic, put it on, and finally you have some new clothes, so you don't look like you've just come off an island and started talking to a ball named Wilson. You walk into a small hut. The leader of the trolls is standing here. You can either accept his quest and run away, or stand by and listen. Of course, this is just if you want to get into the story a little more, but I've done my research, so I don't really need to. You also get your first teleport spell as a mage, which is quite fun to use, I must say. You can also pick up a side quest just over here, although you don't need to. It's just some extra XP, so I'd pick it up if I were you. Although it does lead you off course, again, you can learn some new spells with this stuff, so it might make battling easier. I got help by some higher level person. I don't know why they're fighting crabs, but it's their choice. While doing this, I also got a feel for the new way of showing where the next quest is, which is this kind of gem thing. Pretty much, even if you're turning away from it, you can see the gem. All you have to do is follow it, and it will tell you how far away you are. This was quite useful, although I'm used to using the minimap anyway, so I didn't really need it. Also, on your entire journey as a troll, you get this annoying guy called Zuni. He follows you the whole time, and isn't very pleasant to be with.
I know this is probably busy work, but I don't mind. These baby raptors are cute little devils.
Of course I die because I take too many things on. So I have to run back to my grave. At least this shows you how you die. You die and then get sent to the nearest spirit healer. You can either accept what they have to offer, which is revive you right next to them, but then you get a debuff of 75%, meaning you're pretty much useless. Or you can run back to your corpse, lose a little bit of your armor's health, and be on your merry way without a debuff. These early quests also show you that you have something next to your quest bar, which is most likely the item that you need to use. Here you need to use a whistle to get all of the hatchlings to follow you. After finishing all of your quests, you walk up to Najtes, a person who is holding the Najtes's Orb of Corruption. You're trying to get this from them for some reason. You'll learn this later on, I guess. He shrinks you, meaning you get a debuff again. You quickly swim over to the other island to talk to Kijara and Tegashi. You turn in your quests and maybe level up. They give you some items and you can be on your way. Try to chase Swiftclaw though. Just wait for him to come to you. This makes it much easier and you can get on him quickly. Swiftclaw won't stop, so even if you try to stop them, they won't. So you just have to steer Swiftclaw back to the pens, which are marked on your map. You walk back to Moriah and turn in your quest. You're now level 5 or 6, and your next quest is quite far away. It's just over here at Spitescale Cove. You walk up to Meraki, Captain of the Watch, and get your next pair of quests. These will be all completed inside the cave. One of the first quests is to put tiki totems on all of these. This also works for the burning ones over here, but I wouldn't risk it because you can fall down the hole. Now's the time to note that as a mage you can make refreshments appear in your inventory. You can eat these and these will restore all of your health and all of your mana over 20 seconds. So they're pretty good. Later on you can use these and it will give them to your party as well. After finishing, you learn of a sea witch. This sea witch is definitely going to be harder than the other battles, but seeing as it's an early quest, it shouldn't be too hard. Now I'll just let it play out, see what happens. All you have to do in this battle is kill the sirens on the side, and the sea witch's manifestations which attack you occasionally. Zuni and Vanera get stunned and you have to stamp out the fires by right-clicking them and walking up to them and right-clicking them.
I will make your death slow and painful, little trolls.
Also, there's a trick if you're mage, which is to stand closer to the sea witch so that you can damage both her and the manifestations with arcane explosion. After killing the sea witch, they get frozen again, and Zuni runs in heroically, but dies with the sea witch.
No! No!
His mother devastated and crying,
Our ancient enemy.
but
is
Vol'jin
defeated.
thinking about another thing.
I've been waiting a long time for a chance to avenge my father. A great weight has been lifted from my shoulders. I must be returning to Darkspear Hold. Please, meet me there once Vanera is done with her healing of the boy.
I'm afraid there's nothing I can do for our brother. Her power tore away at his soul. I'll send some watchers to get his body so we can offer a proper farewell. I wish I could do more.
I mean, I want to say I'm sad.
Bolin rushed off in eagerness, but I can take us back to safety. Just give me the word when you're ready, Mon.
I want to say I'm sad, but Zuni deserved it.
How are ya?
You just talk to her and she teleports you back. And you can be on your way again. You finally get another bag where you can most likely put equipment, because that's a thing you get a lot of. Now it's time to note that you can sell your old items to merchants simply by right clicking on them. Now you finally leave the Echo Isles to join Durotar and all of the orcs in their battle. You leave Zuni without going to his funeral, which again he deserves, and it is a long way to run there, so I'm gonna end the episode off here. I hope you like this, and me and Palm Tree Mon will be back for another episode soon.